So, ladies and gentlemen, it's around the corner, but it's a little bit early to be celebrating, but I don't think you'd mind too much. The Canadian Professional Hockey League dates back more than 90 years and is an iconic association that helped develop into modern minor pro leagues we see in 2024. Now, the CPHL, also known as CanPro, was a minor professional hockey league founded in 1926. After 3 seasons, it became the International Hockey League in 1929. The CanPro name was then given to a new league of AHL farm teams, which operated in the 29-30 season. Now, the initial meeting to organize a new league was held in June 26 in Hamilton. The governing body for amateur hockey in Ontario, the OHA, have been cracking down on teams that include players, induce players to move from other areas in violation of the league's residency requirements. In mid June, the OHA refused to certify over 20 players who had changed residences. Windsor alone had 8 players who were denied OHA certification. In response, and also driven by the recent expansion of pro hockey in North America, 7 OHA senior teams met to discuss forming a minor pro league that would be affiliated with the NHL. Brantford and Toronto were at the initial meeting, but had to bow out, and the remaining 5 teams became the inaugural members of the CPHL: Hamilton, London, Niagara Falls, Stratford, and Windsor. Charles King of Windsor was made league president on August 4th and served in that role for all 3 seasons the CPHL operated. Now, after the 28 campaign, all the players on the Hamilton Tigers were purchased by the New Buffalo Bisons, a team based in Fort Erie, and an entirely new team played in Hamilton. Teddy Oakey's Kitchener Millionaires moved to Toronto to take the place of the Toronto Ravinas, which disbanded in 1928. Oakey sold the franchise rights to Kitchener to a new owner who created the Kitchener Flying Dutchman. The team included players from the Millionaires that had moved to Toronto. The league title in 29 was a cross-border matchup between the Windsor Bulldogs and Detroit Olympics, with Windsor winning the championship. 5 of the 8 teams had lost money during the season, including all the Canadian teams except the Bulldogs. Before the 1929 playoffs were over, it was rumored that the league would be replaced by the International League the following season, and that a lower-level minor league would be created in Ontario. Now, the league held its annual meeting in September 29, re-elected King as president, and renamed itself the IHL. The only change in the lineup was that the Kitchener franchise was transferred to Cleveland, with the Kitchener players reassigned to Toronto and Toronto's players sent to Cleveland. If you can, massive trades. So, franchises: Buffalo Bisons, 1928-29. He joined the IHL in 1929. The Detroit Olympics, 27-28, 28-29. Joined the IHL in 29. The Hamilton Tigers, 26-27, 27-28, 28-29, and joined the IHL in 29. Kitchener Flying Dutchman just for the 29 season. Kitchener Millionaires just for the 28 season. The London Panthers were in there from 27 to 28-29 and joined the IHL in 29. The Niagara Falls Cataracts were there for 3 seasons, joined the IHL in 29. Stratford Nationals were there in 27 and 28. Toronto Millionaires were there 28 and 29, joined in the IHL in that big year of 29. The Toronto Ravinas Falcons were there 27-28, and the Windsor Hornets Windsor Bulldogs played 3 seasons and joined the IHL in 29. Now, London Panthers won the first title, defeating the Stratford Nationals 4-1 total goals. In 28, Stratford took the title, defeating the Kitchener Millionaires 2-0 in the best of 3. And in 29, the Windsor Bulldogs defeated the Detroit Olympics 3-2 in the best of 5. Now, Oakey led the organization of a minor pro hockey league in Ontario, designed to be a farm system for the IHL teams and a step up from existing industrial leagues. This was the second CanPro league in 29-30. It took the abandoned CanPro name with teams in Kitchener, Galt, Guelph, and Brantford. League president was Robert Dawson of Guelph. There were no artificial ice rinks at Guelph, so the Maple Leafs played all their games on the road until the weather was cold enough to support ice at the Royal City Arena in Guelph. The league disbanded after 1 season, with Galt and Guelph joining the Ontario Professional Hockey League. Franchises included the Brantford Indians, Galt Terriers, Guelph Maple Leafs, and the Kitchener Flying Dutchman. And of course, Guelph defeated the Galt Terriers 3-1 to best of 5 to take that title. So if you want to find out more on the Canadian Professional Hockey League, a couple of nice sites: hockeyleaguehistory.com and ottawavalleyonline.com. And of course, Andrew Ross's book called Joining the Clubs, The Business of the National Hockey League to 45 gives a lot of details. And of course, external links at the Internet Hockey Database.com. It's quite interesting because some of the players that played in the Can Pro League did have strong results. Now, the IHL International Hockey League, what I call the first incarnation. Just to give you a little bit of background here, some of the teams between 1930 and 36. You had the Buffalo Bisons, the Cleveland Indians, and the Cleveland Falcons, Detroit Olympics, Hamilton Tigers, two incarnations, the Kitchener Millionaires and the Flying Dutchman, the London Ontario Hockey Club, the Panthers and the Cumsies, Niagara Falls Cataracts, Pittsburgh Yellow Jackets and Shamrocks, Rochester Cardinals, Stratford Nationals, Syracuse Stars, Toronto Ravinas Falcons and in the Millionaires, and of course the Hornets and Bulldogs in Windsor. Now, the new IHL, or the first incarnation, Cleveland won the initial title in 1930, with the Olympics winning the final championship in 1936. So very interesting. Now, Stan Fischler and Brian McFarland has done some stories on the league, some of their key players in the past. So if you want to check out some more details on their books, please do so. The thing is about hockey in Canada, it's not just last week that these minor leagues started. 110 years ago. It's just amazing. Baseball started from a pro side in about the 1860s or 70s, and was in the wilderness literally for years. But hockey went very fast into the pro leagues once the First World War was done towards the Depression years. So, and at one time it was the number 2 sport in North America, no joke. It was pretty strong behind the baseball because football had not really hit that level yet, and basketball was just a future pipe dream. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing, what a tribute to minor hockey leagues and associations from the 1920s to the 1970s and 80s. Of course, in New Brunswick, we got Fredericton Express, New Brunswick Hawks, Moncton Oilers, Fredericton Canadians, all that. Please let us know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, or share. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we do take requests on the channel. If you like what we're doing here, tell your friends, share on your Facebook, share on whatever format you're on. But if you'd like to see something we haven't covered before, we have an archive of several thousand TV, movie, and sports columns. Everything from tributes to past on stars of TV, screen, sports, talking about certain key moments in sports history. Might be doing something again on the infamous Russia Red Army game in 1976, where Ed Van Impe allegedly killed a Russian player who amazingly came back alive after a clean hit. They're going home. So, but if you like what we're doing, like I said, give us a request. Requests are always highly considered and always highly appreciated. Have a good one. Bye.